The most disturbing true story you've ever heard. A fertility doctor with a genetic disorder secretly replaced donor sperm with his own during artificial insemination. He then got more than 100 women pregnant and fathered 94 children with his own sperm. Many of those children even inherited his genetic disease. When the truth came out, people across the United States were shocked. Everyone couldn't believe what had happened. But in the end, there was no law that could send him to prison. Even worse, the doctor kept track of many of the children for years. It's hard to believe this was a real case that came to light in 2022. Some of the children later agreed to share their stories in interviews, revealing one of the darkest medical scandals ever uncovered. He tested my muscles. He examined my chest. I didn't understand why. It's hard to imagine what these children went through after learning the truth about where they came from. Jacob was one of them. Everyone else in his family had dark hair and dark eyes, but he had blonde hair and blue eyes. He looked nothing like the rest of his family. Ever since he was young, Jacob wondered why he looked so different. When he turned 10, his mother finally told him the truth. His father was infertile, so he had been conceived through artificial insemination. Donald was a doctor in Marion County, Indiana, who became famous because of his unusually high success rate with fertility treatments. When Jacob's parents first met him, Donald said he would find a donor who looked just like Jacob's father. He then performed the procedure and even delivered the baby himself. After learning the truth, Jacob still had one question. A single sperm donor was only supposed to be used 3 times. As an only child, he began searching for possible half-siblings. In 1999, he contacted Dr. Donald, hoping to get the donor's contact information and his mother's medical records. But Donald claimed the records had already been destroyed. Since DNA technology was limited back then, Jacob couldn't find any answers. More than 10 years later, DNA testing became widely available. Curious, he immediately took a test. The results completely shocked him. He discovered 7 half-siblings and also learned he had a genetic disorder called Marfan syndrome. Anyone would be devastated after hearing news like that. It also meant the same man's sperm had been used far more times than it should have been. Determined to uncover the truth, Jacob reached out to his half-siblings, hoping they could identify their biological father. During one of their meetings, someone casually said, "What if the doctor himself is the father?" The idea sounded unbelievable, and everyone quickly brushed it aside. But to verify it, they found another woman named Sylvia, who was related to Dr. Donald. When they compared their DNA, the family connection was impossible to ignore. That meant their biological father was very likely Dr. Donald himself. I think we already know the answer.